Today we're taking on a full lawn renovation, and as you can probably see straight away, this lawn has definitely seen better days. There's heavy moss throughout the surface, a few patches of weeds creeping in, and plenty of burnt spots likely caused by dogs or cats. The grass itself is thin, uneven, and struggling to compete. But the good thing with lawns is that even tired grass can come back surprisingly well with the right process and a bit of patience. So today the goal is simple: strip it back, improve the soil, introduce fresh seed, and give this lawn the best possible chance of becoming thick, healthy, and level again. The first step is scalping the lawn down really short. This removes excess top growth and allows the machinery to work properly in the next stages. It always looks brutal at first, but this is exactly what we want during a renovation. By cutting it low, we expose the moss layer, weak grass, and organic buildup sitting at the base of the turf. Next up is aeration using the KD Stonedge rolling aerator. This machine is a really interesting bit of kit and quite different from many standard rolling aerators you normally see here in Europe. It's manufactured in America and weighs in at roughly around 140 kilograms, depending on setup, so it's got enough weight behind it to properly penetrate compacted ground. What makes this machine unique is the tine design. The hollow tines are spring-loaded, and because of the geometry of the drum, they enter the soil at almost a true 90-degree angle. That's important because many rolling aerators tend to pull through the soil at an angle, which can cause tearing and extra disturbance to the root zone. With this system, the tines punch cleanly into the ground and extract proper cores with much less ripping or smearing of the soil profile. It's a cleaner process overall and especially useful on compacted lawns like this one. Aeration like this creates channels for oxygen, nutrients, and water to move deeper into the root zone, which massively benefits future grass growth. You can see one of the cores coming out there. That little plug of soil actually tells you quite a lot about the condition of the ground underneath. By looking at the core, you can often see levels of compaction, moisture retention, organic matter, root depth, and even how active the soil biology is. In this case, you can clearly see the lawn needs more airflow and better structure beneath the surface. Once that's done, it's time for scarification. This is where we aggressively remove moss, dead material, and thatch from the lawn surface. Thatch is basically a layer of decomposing organic matter that builds up between the grass plant and the soil. Too much of it blocks air, water, and nutrients from getting where they're needed. You can already see how much material is coming out of this lawn. It's always satisfying in a strange way, because although it looks rough temporarily, every pass improves the conditions for new grass growth later on. After the aeration work, there's still plenty of debris lying around, so it's time for another cleanup. I'm using the Gardena rake along with my grabbers to save my back a little bit. Honestly, these grabbers are an absolute godsend when you're doing renovations like this all day long, especially if you've got a dodgy lower back like me. Once everything is raked together and bagged up, I run over the lawn with the mower one final time to vacuum up the last bits of loose material. At this stage, we finally have a clean surface to work with, and now the exciting part begins: rebuilding the lawn. Next comes the seed application. This is where the future lawn starts. Getting even coverage is really important here because it helps produce a consistent finish later on without patchy growth. After seeding, I use the lawn loop leveling rake to work the seed lightly into the surface and improve seed to soil contact. That's a massively important step during germination because grass seed needs consistent moisture and direct contact with the soil in order to establish properly. Then I apply a mix of seaweed and liquid iron. Seaweed products are fantastic for reducing plant stress and encouraging healthy biological activity in the soil, while the iron helps improve color and overall vigor. It's not about forcing growth at this stage, it's more about creating the right environment for recovery. Now it's time for the compost top dressing. I'm using a screened biocompost that's been heat treated, which is important because it helps ensure there are no weed seeds lurking inside it. A good compost layer improves moisture retention, introduces organic matter, and helps create an ideal germination bed for the new seed. The compost roller makes spreading everything much quicker and more even across the surface. After that, I go back over the lawn with the leveling lute and drag mat. This helps smooth everything out, improve the finish, work the seed into the dressing, and again maximize seed to soil contact. And finally, we finish everything off with a wetting agent and a protective fleece covering. The fleece I'm using is 17 grams per square meter, and it serves several really useful purposes during germination. First of all, it helps stop birds from feasting on the fresh seed. It also helps prevent heavy rain from washing seed away before it has a chance to establish. On top of that, the fleece helps retain moisture and creates a slightly warmer, more stable environment for germination, especially useful when temperatures fluctuate during the evenings. Keeping the seed consistently moist and protected during those first couple of weeks makes a massive difference to establishment rates. So although the lawn looks pretty battered right now, this is actually the beginning of the transformation. Renovations like this are all about setting the foundation properly. The real results come over the next few weeks as the new grass establishes, thickens up, and starts filling everything back in. Hopefully you enjoyed the process, and if you did, make sure to stick around to see how this lawn develops over time.